Have you ever wondered if your cat truly knows how much you care? In this video, I will show you 10 subtle but powerful ways to make your cat feel emotionally secure and genuinely loved. Number 1. Greet them first in the morning. The first few moments of your day may feel rushed or routine to you, but to your cat, they're filled with meaning. While you've been asleep, your cat has likely been quietly present. Maybe they curled up near your feet. Maybe they perched by the window, watching the soft light change as the world slowly woke up. Or maybe they simply waited, ears twitching at every sound, hoping to hear your voice, your footsteps, the signal that their human is finally awake. And in that fragile, beautiful in-between moment, when sleep fades and the day begins, you have a choice. If you roll over and check your phone, scroll through notifications, or head straight for your coffee machine without looking their way, you might not notice their eyes following you, their body remaining still, waiting for acknowledgement. It's easy to forget that, in their world, you are everything. Your attention isn't just pleasant, it's deeply affirming. Ignoring them in the morning may seem small to us, but to a cat, it can feel like emotional distance. Now imagine a different version of that morning. One where you open your eyes, look around for them, and smile. You call their name softly, not to demand anything, but just to say, I see you. Maybe you lift the blanket to invite them in for a cuddle, or reach out with a lazy hand to scratch behind their ears. Maybe you just speak in that gentle morning voice that's reserved only for them. And in that moment, something quiet but powerful happens. Your cat feels seen, valued, loved. That single act, acknowledging them first, may take just 5 seconds, but it creates a ripple of emotional security that lasts all day. It tells them, you're not just part of my life, you're the beginning of it. Over time, this becomes a treasured routine. Your cat begins to expect it, not out of habit, but because it feels good, safe, reassuring. Even on mornings when you're groggy, late, or distracted, that small gesture holds weight. And the beauty is, it nurtures you too, starting the day by connecting with another living being, especially one who depends on you emotionally, grounds you in love before the chaos begins. It reminds you to slow down, to be present, to prioritize the things that truly matter. You're not just feeding or caring for a pet. You're building a relationship that's woven together by the tiniest, most thoughtful threads. And sometimes, the very first thread of the day is a soft, good morning, shared between you and the one who waited all night just to hear it. Number 2. Offer a warm lap when they ask. When a cat chooses to curl up in your lap, it's not just about seeking warmth. It's an unspoken expression of trust, comfort, and deep emotional safety. Cats are naturally cautious creatures. They don't give their full weight to just anyone. So when they climb into your lap, stretch out beside you, or nestle against your side, they're making a quiet yet powerful statement. I feel safe with you. I choose to be close. It's a moment that might feel small, but for your cat, it's a leap of vulnerability and connection. Too often, life pulls us in a dozen directions. There's always something to do, emails to check, chores to finish, somewhere to be. But when your cat settles in and makes themselves comfortable on your lap, pause. Let that moment live. Even if it's just a few minutes, that stillness becomes a soft, invisible thread weaving you closer together. Your body heat, your steady breathing, the gentle rhythm of your heartbeat. All of it becomes part of the comfort they return to again and again. Try placing a gentle hand on their side, not to pet or fuss, but just to let them feel your presence. That light pressure, the warmth of your palm, the stillness of your energy, it reassures them. It tells them the world is calm and you're a place of peace. You might be watching TV, reading a book, or doing nothing at all, but to your cat, it's not about the activity, it's about you. Your presence becomes the backdrop for their rest. And the beauty of it? These quiet moments are the ones they remember most. Not the toys, not the treats, not the big gestures, but the simple act of just being there when they asked. Offering a lap when they seek it isn't just about physical comfort. It's about being emotionally available. It's letting them know that when they need closeness, they'll find it with you. That their desire to connect won't be met with rejection or restlessness, but with stillness and understanding. Over time, these lap visits build something unshakable, a silent rhythm of companionship, a sense that no matter how noisy or chaotic the outside world may be, There is a place of softness waiting for them. In your arms, in your lap, in the quiet presence you offer so freely. And to your cat, that is everything. Number 3. Let them set the pace for affection. When you see your cat curled up in the sun, eyes half closed and fur fluffed just right, it's almost impossible to resist. You want to scoop them up, bury your face in their softness, and give them all the love you're feeling in that moment. But here's the thing. What feels affectionate to us can sometimes feel intrusive to a cat. Felines live by one core principle: control equals safety. They don't just enjoy their independence. It's part of what helps them feel secure in their environment. When affection comes unexpectedly, like being picked up when they're relaxed or nudged awake mid-nap, it can jar their sense of comfort. It's not that they don't love you. It's that, for them, love happens best on their terms. The key is to create a space where they feel free to choose. Let them come to you. If they rub against your legs, hop into your lap, or gently tap you with their head, that's them extending the invitation. That's their way of saying, "I'm ready to connect." Watch closely for their cues. These small signals are easy to miss, but full of meaning. A raised tail with a little curl at the end means they're happy to see you. A slow, dreamy blink is their way of saying they trust you. A soft meow, especially when paired with eye contact, is often a gentle request for attention. And when they approach with a relaxed body, purring or brushing up against you, that's your green light. What's powerful about letting them lead is how it transforms your relationship. You're no longer just the giver of affection, you're a safe space, a partner in calm. When your cat knows they can walk away at any time, and that you'll respect that boundary, they relax. That trust builds slowly, but it lasts. Ironically, the more freedom you give them to decide when and how they want affection, the more they'll seek you out. They'll curl up next to you not because they're cornered, but because they choose to be close to you. It might go against your instincts, especially when your love for them is overflowing, but holding back just a little, waiting for their signal, speaks volumes in their language. It shows them that you understand who they are, not just as a pet, but as a deeply sensitive, emotionally aware creature who values autonomy. And when they realize they don't need to guard that independence around you, something beautiful happens. They let you in, fully and without fear. Number 4. Respect their favorite napping spots. To us, it might just look like a patch of sunlight on the floor, a crumpled throw blanket, or an awkward corner of the couch. But to your cat, these spaces are more than just cozy, they're sacred. Cats are territorial by nature, and their chosen napping spots hold a deep emotional significance. These are the places where they let their guard down, where their senses can finally rest, and where the noise of the world fades away. If a cat naps in a particular spot day after day, it means they've claimed that area as a personal sanctuary, a space where they feel completely secure. Now imagine how it feels for them when that sanctuary is suddenly disrupted. Maybe the blanket gets tossed in the laundry without warning, or you sit down without noticing they were already there, or you move their bed to clean and forget to return it. It might not seem like a big deal to you, but to your cat, it can be disorienting, even stressful. Every time you alter or invade their chosen retreat without consideration, it chips away at the emotional security they've built there. And cats remember, especially when it comes to feeling safe. Instead of disturbing these spots, celebrate them. Make an effort to protect their comfort zones. If your cat naps in a particular corner, consider placing a plush blanket or soft towel there. Even better, leave behind a piece of clothing that smells like you. Something that carries your scent in a gentle, familiar way. It's a powerful, unspoken message. This space belongs to you. And I respect that. What happens next is subtle but beautiful. Over time, your cat won't just see that spot as a safe place. They'll start to associate you with that feeling of safety. Your scent, your presence, your respect for their boundaries. These things begin to blend into their emotional map of trust. And eventually, they may even invite you into those spaces. Maybe they'll rest their head against your leg while you sit nearby. Maybe they'll start napping next to you, not because they have to, but because you feel like home. By honoring their favorite napping zones, you're doing more than giving them a place to sleep. You're building a quiet bridge of trust, woven from patience and observation. You're saying, in their language, "I see you. I understand what matters to you, and I'll protect it." In return, they'll open up in ways that only a deeply content, emotionally secure cat ever does. And in those quiet, curled up moments, your bond will grow stronger than words could ever express. Number 5. Use their name like a melody. Your cat may not speak your language, but they absolutely recognize the sound of their name, especially when it's wrapped in warmth and intention. To them, your voice is like a song they've heard since the day they came into your life. The way you say their name, the tone you use, the rhythm of your voice, it all becomes part of their emotional landscape. But here's the key. It's not just what you say, it's how you say it. If their name only comes out in moments of frustration, when you're shooing them off the counter, rushing them into a carrier, or interrupting a mischievous act, it becomes a cue for stress. But when their name is spoken gently, consistently, and in safe, happy moments, it transforms into something comforting, something grounding. Say their name when you offer treats. Whisper it during play. Murmur it during those quiet, in-between moments when you're lying on the couch together and nothing needs to be said except, "You matter." Cats are incredibly tuned into the tone and energy behind our words. A soft, lilting Milo or a cheerful Luna carries emotion they can feel. When their name is delivered like a melody, calm, loving, and steady, it begins to mean something more than just identification. It becomes a bridge between your world and theirs. Pairing it with a slow blink, a soft stroke on the cheek, or a simple smile makes the message even clearer. This is your name, and it always means safety. You'll start to see the shift in their reactions. Their ears might twitch toward you when they hear it from another room. They may pause and blink slowly when you call them, even if they don't immediately move. Some cats will trot over, others will respond with a chirp or a gentle head tilt. But no matter how they answer, what matters is that they feel something good when they hear you say their name. Over time, their name becomes more than just a sound. It becomes a symbol of the bond you share. It tells them they're not just a pet in your home. They're someone loved and known. And every time you speak it with kindness, it's like reminding them, in the most subtle and beautiful way, you belong here. With me. Always. Number 6. Provide a sunny spot to lounge. For a cat, few things compare to the bliss of a sunbeam. That golden patch of light spilling through the window isn't just a warm surface. It's a little pocket of heaven. When your cat finds it, they'll stretch out luxuriously, eyes half closed, limbs floppy, soaking in the radiant heat like they've discovered the center of the universe. But here's the beautiful part. You can help create that joy. And when you do, it doesn't go unnoticed. If your home catches good light during the day, take a moment to observe where the sun falls across the floor or furniture. These shifting beams are your cat's natural invitation to rest, and with a little effort, you can turn them into a true sanctuary. Open the curtains wide. Move a small piece of furniture or lay down a folded blanket, a soft cushion, or even an old sweater. If you have a cat tree or perch, position it near the sun's path. What you're offering is more than comfort. It's a curated experience, tailored to their instincts. Sunlight doesn't just warm their fur, it stimulates their senses. The heat seeps into their muscles, easing tension. The glow enhances their mood, and the stillness that comes with basking provides deep emotional calm. Add a view of fluttering leaves, distant birds, or swaying branches, and suddenly it's a private theater of nature, an endless source of gentle stimulation that soothes their mind. For indoor cats, this becomes a vital enrichment tool. They're not just lounging, they're observing, listening, dreaming. And the emotional layer? That's where the bond deepens. When your cat notices that you've kept the blinds open just for them, or set a pillow in their favorite patch of sunlight, they feel seen, understood, cared for in a way that goes beyond the basics of feeding and cleaning. They begin to associate those warm, serene hours not just with the sun, but with you. You become part of that happiness. You're the quiet architect of their comfort. Soon, you'll notice they return to that spot more often. Maybe they'll glance at you before curling up. Maybe they'll purr as they settle down. Maybe they'll stretch one paw toward you, half asleep, content. These are the little moments where trust deepens without a word. All because you noticed a simple beam of light and turned it into a gift of peace. Number 7. Place a soft blanket with your scent. To your cat, your scent is more than familiar. It's foundational. It represents comfort, safety, and emotional closeness. They recognize it the way we recognize a loved one's voice in a crowd. It's uniquely yours and always brings a sense of home. That's why placing a soft item that smells like you, whether it's a cozy blanket, a well-worn t-shirt, or even a hoodie, near your cat's favorite resting spot can have an incredibly soothing effect. It's not just fabric to them, it's a piece of you. Cats have an extraordinary sense of smell, far sharper than ours, and your natural scent carries emotional information. It tells them where you've been, how you're feeling, and most importantly, that you exist within their world. When you're away, at work, on errands, or just in another room, that scent becomes a kind of invisible presence. It wraps around them like a soft echo of your company. It says, "I'm not here right now, but I haven't gone far." And for cats who are especially anxious, shy, or prone to separation stress, this can be a game changer. You might notice your cat kneading into the blanket with their paws, purring quietly, or even curling up with it like they would a warm body. That's not random behavior. It's affection and contentment expressed in their own language. They're finding emotional grounding in your scent, using it as a tether to the calm you provide. It becomes their comfort ritual, something they return to throughout the day when they need reassurance. Especially during changes, like new visitors, moving homes, or vet appointments. This scented object can serve as an emotional anchor that reminds them of stability and love. Even better, you don't need to do anything complicated. Just wear the shirt for a few hours or sleep with the blanket nearby before placing it in their space. It's a simple gesture, but it creates an environment that feels personal and safe. And over time, this small act becomes part of your silent bond. You're not just giving them comfort, you're offering them a sense of continuity, a way to feel connected even in your absence. In a world where cats rely more on scent and energy than words or commands, this is one of the most direct ways to communicate care. It tells your cat, "I haven't forgotten you, and I'm always with you, even when I'm not physically there." That sense of presence, even in absence, is a powerful gift, and one they'll quietly treasure every day. Number 8. Groom them with patience and care. To the outside world, grooming might look like a routine chore, just another way to manage shedding or reduce hairballs. But to your cat, it can be something far deeper. Grooming is a language of love, rooted in instinct, memory, and trust. When done with patience and care, it mirrors one of the most intimate experiences from their earliest days, being gently licked and cleaned by their mother. It's not just about hygiene, it's about connection. When you brush your cat slowly, without rush or pressure, you're tapping into that memory of maternal care. Your movements say, "You're safe, you're cared for." But the key is not in the act alone, it's in the energy you bring. Start during calm, quiet moments, perhaps when they've just woken from a nap or are nestled beside you in a mellow mood. Use a brush that feels soft and pleasant against their skin. Avoid sudden gestures or tugging at mats. Instead, move with gentleness, like a breeze flowing through fur. If your cat isn't used to grooming, go slow. Let them sniff the brush. Begin with just a few strokes in areas they already like to be touched, the base of the neck, behind the ears, along the back. Offer soft praise or hum a familiar tune. The sound of your voice, combined with the physical touch, creates a sensory environment that's deeply soothing. You're not just cleaning their coat, you're building a moment of emotional synchronization. Over time, grooming can transform from a functional task into a treasured ritual. Your cat may start to approach you when they see the brush. They may purr, lean into your hand, or close their eyes with soft satisfaction. These reactions aren't just signs of comfort, they're signs of trust. And with every gentle stroke, your bond grows a little stronger. You become not just a companion, but a caregiver they associate with calm, affection, and security. Even if you groom them for just a few minutes a day, it becomes part of your shared rhythm, one more quiet thread in the tapestry of your relationship. In those still moments, where fur glides through bristles and tension melts away, something beautiful happens. Your cat feels not just pampered, but loved. And they carry that feeling with them, long after the brush is put away. Number 9. Give treats with purpose, not randomly. We all love to spoil our cats. It's tempting to offer treats just because they're cute, lounging nearby, or meowing with those big, convincing eyes. But when treats are handed out without purpose or timing, they start to lose their meaning. And worse, they can create habits that lead to overeating, begging, or confusion. Treats should be more than just tasty bites. They should be moments of connection, used with intention to reinforce trust and communication between you and your cat. Cats may not understand praise the way dogs do, but they absolutely notice when their actions are acknowledged in a consistent and meaningful way. Maybe your cat approached you during a loud thunderstorm, stepping out of their comfort zone. Maybe they responded to their name, investigated a new toy, or chose to curl up beside you after a long day. These are small wins, subtle acts of bravery or bonding, and they deserve recognition. That's where a well-timed treat becomes more than food. It becomes a form of emotional feedback. It says, "I saw you. I noticed that, and I'm proud of you." Using treats in this mindful way also strengthens their trust in you. You're not just a dispenser of food. You're a source of support and understanding. Try offering a treat immediately after they give you soft eye contact or blink slowly at you. When paired with a gentle voice, a stroke along their back, or quiet praise, the moment becomes rich with meaning. It tells your cat that communication, even nonverbal, is valued in your bond. Over time, they'll begin to link these quiet emotional exchanges with positive outcomes, deepening the invisible bridge between you. You can even create mini rituals around treat giving. For instance, a treat after a brushing session, or after they let you clip a nail, or when they allow you to pick them up without squirming. These moments help shape their confidence and remind them that cooperation leads to comfort and affection. And always follow the treat with something more personal: soft praise, a cuddle, a familiar phrase in your calming tone, so it becomes a full emotional experience, not just a snack. Used wisely, treats aren't bribes or distractions, they're acknowledgments. They're small but powerful ways to say, "I'm here, I'm paying attention, and I appreciate you." And when your cat understands that those special bites come from a place of genuine recognition, they'll value not just the taste, but the love behind it. Number 10. Just sit quietly beside them, no expectations. Sometimes, the most meaningful thing you can offer your cat isn't a treat, a toy, or even a touch. It's your presence, unspoken and unhurried. In a world that moves quickly and demands interaction at every turn, simply being there, without needing anything in return, can be a radical act of love. Just sit near them. No petting, no coaxing, no need to initiate anything. Let them nap near your feet, stretch beside you on the couch, or curl up in the corner of the room while you read, rest, or think. It's in this shared stillness that the deepest trust often begins to form. To your cat, this kind of non-invasive closeness speaks volumes. You're saying, "I see you. I respect your space. I'm not here to change your mood or ask for affection. I'm simply here, with you." That quiet consistency can be especially powerful for cats who are shy, elderly, or sensitive to overstimulation. These are the souls who might not run to greet you or jump into your lap, but they notice everything. They watch, they feel, and they remember who respects their rhythm. When you give your cat space to be themselves, without filling the silence or reaching out, you become something more than an owner. You become a trusted constant, part of the landscape of safety they build around themselves. Over time, they may start choosing to sit closer. Maybe they inch a little nearer every evening. Maybe they fall asleep just a few inches from where you sit, knowing that your presence brings peace, not pressure. This kind of quiet bonding is easy to underestimate. But for a cat, it's everything. It tells them that love doesn't always come with expectations or demands. It can simply exist, soft, steady, and patient. And when they begin to see you as someone who offers calm instead of control, they'll let you into their emotional world in ways that can't be rushed or forced.